Namaste, dear seekers. On April 12th, Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj brings us a deep truth that the company of saints is not merely beneficial, but essential for attaining God. Just as a drowning man needs a strong swimmer to pull him out, we too need the guidance of saints to escape the whirlpool of worldly entanglements. Let us now listen closely to Maharaj's enlightening words. A sensuous person behaves like a drunkard. He knows fully well what is good and what is bad, but cannot bring himself to do the right thing. He acknowledges on the one hand that he is in essence the same as the Supreme Being, but on the other succumbs to the lure of evanescent sensuous pleasures. In truth, devotion for God is the only thing that matters. All else is futile. One should associate with a saint and learn to be thoroughly devout. When we cease to feel that there is yet something to be done, we may presume that we are progressing in sadhana. Serving the sadguru is the best means to generate genuine devotion. A sadguru has got to meet a disciple who obeys him passively. Truly, a sadguru is superior even to the kamadhenu, for he purges the mind of all desire, extinguishes desire itself. There is no possibility of realizing God without an intense inner urge. With great luck, one may come across a saint, but true benefit of his company can only be derived if there is consonance of thought and conduct with him. Unfortunately, our thoughts do not harmonize with the saints, and so even their company does not benefit us. You know, we don't even have an idea of the anguish their heart is filled with on seeing us roll and roll in the mire of sense pleasures. We have found ourselves unable to see the way to real contentment, so we go to a saint for help. Does it not then behoove us to follow his advice? The saints have asked us to follow the pathway to the knowledge of God. We basically lack the urge to seek God, so we have to create it. To attain to God, the ultimate reality, association with a saint, is the simplest and surest means. There are two ways of rescue for a person caught in a whirlpool. One way is for an expert swimmer to jump into it and dragging the drowning man to break through the whirlpool to safety. Of course, this calls for great skill and strength. The other way is for the drowning man himself to dive to the bottom of the whirlpool and then escape through the calm water there. Erudition is like a whirlpool. Superficial knowledge leads to futile disputation. It is only deep knowledge that can lead to the truth. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Reflection. The transformative company of Saint Swami Haridas. Swami Haridas, a renowned 16th century saint and mystic, was born in the region of Vrindavan and dedicated his life to the worship of Lord Krishna. A master of devotional music, his bhajans were not just performances, they were offerings of the heart, soaked in pure love or prema bhakti. He was also the revered guru of Tansen, the great musician of Emperor Akbar's court. One day, deep in the forest of Nidhivan in Vrindavan, Swami Haridas was immersed in a state of divine ecstasy. Surrounded by a few devoted disciples, he began to sing a soul-stirring bhajan in praise of Radha and Krishna. His voice, though soft, carried an overwhelming power. It was as if the notes themselves were infused with longing and surrender. As he sang lines glorifying Radha Krishna's divine play, a strange silence fell over the forest. The air became still, the birds quieted, time seemed to pause. And then, they came. Before the astonished eyes of his disciples, Sri Radha and Lord Krishna physically manifested, bathed in a glow not of this world. Krishna, with his enchanting flute, and Radha, radiant with divine beauty, stood before Swami Haridas. But the saint, eyes half closed in his musical trance, showed no surprise. His soul had already merged in the divine presence, This was not a vision for him, this was his everyday truth. Overwhelmed, the disciples fell to the ground in awe. One of them, trembling, asked, "Gurudev, have our eyes seen God?" Swami Haridas simply smiled and said, "Where there is pure devotion, Radha Krishna reside. I called upon them with my love, and they came, not for me, but to show you the fruit of true bhakti." It is said that after this incident, Radha and Krishna disappeared into the trees, and Haridas returned to his silent devotion. But the disciples were transformed forever. Among them, young Tansen was especially shaken. He realized that no amount of training or technical skill could equal one moment of divine love pouring from the heart of a saint. Years later, when Emperor Akbar heard of this, he asked Tansen to recreate such magic. Tansen replied with folded hands, "I sing to please people. My guru sang only for God. That is the difference." This story brings alive Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj's message for today. The company of a saint is not ordinary. It opens a door to the divine itself. Saints are living bridges between us and God. Their hearts are like tuned instruments. When played by the winds of devotion, they echo with the sound of eternity. Let us never take lightly the chance to be near a saint or to read their words. Just as Swami Haridas's presence summoned the Lord himself, so too can our sincerity and surrender invite grace into our lives. May we seek that company which uplifts, purifies, and brings us closer to the feet of the Lord. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.